We're now going to move on to making a lead instrument. So again for this, I'm going to use my vocal sample, this whole long line of vocals, just because I think there's quite a lot of good content in there we can use. And I'm just going to pick out a couple of phrases in this that we can use. I wouldn't sample the whole thing, or you're going to end up with too much to choose from. And really, I don't really want to look for like long notes in this time. We use the long notes on the pads, but actually for more of a lead phrase, I want it to be a bit choppier. So I want a couple of like short sentences.
I remember when I lost my mind.
So I could use that.
There was something so pleasant about that much space.
Let's use the whole of that first sort of verse. So trimming the start and the end. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So we've just got this one phrase. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to use the same process as before. So EX24, control click, convert to new sampler track. But this time, instead of regions, which is what we've done so far, now regions will give me one zone that I could pitch up and down and just play that phrase on different pitches, which is fine. But for this, I want to use transient markers because I want to chop it up. And I call this vocal leads. My trigger note range, I want it to start at my lowest key on the keyboard, so we C1 in this case, and I want it to go as high as it needs to cover all of the zones. So there's 42 transients in this, it says, so I need at least 42 keys. So by going from C1 to C5, covering those octaves, I've got enough to fit all 42 on my keyboard. And then hit OK. So what I've got now is I've taken that phrase and I've converted it to a sample track where I've got all these individual transients,
When I remember,
one per key, spreading from C1 all the way up to C5. So that'd be the last note of the phrase. And we can start rearranging these. So what I would normally do at this stage is delete the original MIDI, because we don't just want a carbon copy. Instead, I might go through my keyboard now and just pick out bits I like. So there might be a little catchy sections. That's quite good, nice long note there. So I might jot down that I want to keep that key. They're both good. And start playing around with the order. You can take short bits like that if you're doing like a more dancey upbeat track. Or if it's a bit slower, you might want to have those sort of elongated notes. You start to kind of come up with a phrase you like the sound of. Like those keys. Just try it with the track. Cool, so there's definitely something there. So what I'm going to do now, just to kind of make it a bit easier when we're playing this in, I'm going to open my instrument and I'm going to go to edit, and I'll see all of these individual notes here, those little individual chops. If you ever want to change one, by the way, you can just double click on the file and it'll show you which part of the audio it samples. So say you want to make one a little bit longer, this highlighted region would be it. So you sort of drag that out a little bit. It can be useful. But what I want to do is get rid of everything that isn't the keys I liked. So I'm going to play through. So I don't want that one. Don't want that one. So anyone I don't want, I'm just going to play them one by one and just backspace, delete anything I don't want. So I've gone through and I've gotten rid of all the parts of this I didn't want. So I'm only left with 5 notes here. And they sort of have some picture information on them when I start moving them around. So the first thing I do is make sure I turn off pitch for all of these. I want to keep the original pitch. And then I'm going to drag them so they're just in a more convenient place. So I'm going to have one on the C, one on the D, one on the E, F and G. Just keep together, save me sort of going across multiple octaves. Okay, so now they're just in a nice line. Close that down and make sure I save it. The other thing I'm going to do is make sure I put this into monophonic because I don't want to have chords. I just want to have it playing single notes. I start playing around with the phrase now, I quite like that. And I can record in what I want. What I am going to do is make sure I fix the velocity of these. So when you record it in, they'll all be different velocities. In order to make them all the same, you've got your velocity slider here. If you hold down Alt, you can drag them all up or down, it'll fix them to one value. So I put about 127 full velocity, so I want them all to be nice and clear. The other thing I have done is join them all together so they are all the same length, or they all go into each other. If you've got them all kind of mismatched, like when you play them in, what I'm going to do, I'm going to press Command A to select them all, and then I'm going to go Control click on a note, and I'm going to force legato, and that will just join everything. So now we've got everything nice and kind of consistent. Don't need to do that, it just depends on the effects you're going for, but I want quite a fixed kind of repetitive feel to this. So I'm having equal velocity and I'm having all the notes just playing their full duration before the next one kicks in. And then we start playing around some effects to make it sound less like a just like a chopped up voice. So one of my favourite effects to use on the vocal samples is the vocal transformer, and you'll find that under pitch, vocal transformer. It's a funny little pitch shift at this. You've got just two main controls, pitch and formant. So pitch is what you think it says. I'm sure it has some use somewhere, but more importantly, it's this formant control, and this changes the characteristics of the voice, and it can make it sound less like a natural vocal and more like an instrument. I quite like shifting it down in formant, like sort of 5 or 7 or so. It gives that sort of dubby kind of lo-fi feel. You do also have this robotized control. If you hit that, it will fix everything to one note. You can change that pitch here. I'm going to have that off, and I'll just have the formant down a bit. The other thing I'm going to do this, I can stick some delay on it. So I've got a delay bus set up here. Just standard stereo delay, have a good helping of that. And again, to give that more of that ambient feel, I've got a reverb bus as well. Just with a chrome verb on it. And finally, I'm going to do a bit of EQ, get rid of the lower ends, and I'm going to just filter with this high end again, like I do with the drums. Just fits the track I'm going for. What I would suggest, if you're doing kind of multiple plugins and you're using the vocal transformer, is to use that first in the chain. It likes quite a clean signal to effects. If you start putting EQs, tremolos, all kinds of things before it, you do get a bit of glitching. So I'd always start with that one if you're going to use it at all. And there we go, I've got my sort of chopped up vocal there.